Now, you might not readily associate bearings with the broad subject of fluid power. However, a quick review of the components that make up fluid power and fluid handling systems, like hydraulic power units, air compressors, hydraulic pumps and motors, plus air and hydraulic actuators, all underscores the critical role bearings play in the fluid power industry. Bearing selection is crucial in helping achieve optimum pump or motor performance. Bearing type, ball, roller, needle, or sleeve, for example, and bearing size and bearing class, as well as dynamic load rating and wear resistance, all impact operating efficiency. When a circulation pump runs off BEP, its best efficiency point, problems like cavitation and fatigue can occur. Proper bearing selection helps ensure the pump operates at the point where it is least prone to failure and life expectancy is greatest. That's why it's important that fluid power systems engineers consider which bearing technologies are most suitable to the applications at hand. When equipment problems do occur, bearing failure and analysis programs can help prevent future failure and even predict reliability. Now, our first speaker has a 22,000 square foot warehouse stocked with just about every kind of bearing available. He has extremely large bearings for larger applications and even carries the smallest ball bearing in the world. This bearing is made by a company in Lebanon, New Hampshire, and contains balls inside the casing. Several dozen of these bearings could fit on a penny and can be used in aircraft and satellite applications. Joining us now is Steve Katz, president of Emerson Bearing Company, ball and roller bearing experts serving the OEM and maintenance markets. Steve, first of all, welcome to Global Spec, and if you would tell us why you were interested in joining us for this fluid power and fluid handling event.
Fluid power is very important to us, and we define that as our ability to service pumps, the pump, compressor, and electric motor industry. This was really the start of the company. When we formed the company, by my father and his partner in the late 50s, the motor industry was really big in New England. At that point, there was a need for lower priced bearings. My father and his partner were the first to start importing bearings from Japan, and we found that there was a real niche where people wanted product on the shelf and they wanted local availability. And the pump market really requires that type of service.
Well, Steve, what about the motor industry? Do they have different needs?
The different technical needs, whether it be for an air compressor for a ski area or a wastewater treatment plant or general purpose pumps. The compressors now we service are for whether it be ski areas or large bore equipment for rock drilling and so on. It's still the same needs as 40, 50 years ago because the industry hasn't changed so much. But now, because bearings are technically better, there's a lot more we can do.
All right, Steve, we have an attendee who would like to know to what extent Emerson Bearing gets involved with troubleshooting customer problems.
We get involved almost every day with customers saying, this bearing didn't seem to give me the life I expected, or how can it run cooler, or can I switch over to this other country of origin because it's 15 or 20% cheaper. This is an essential part of our business and our success because we're dealing with a product that at some level is perceived as a commodity. People say, well, I'm just filling a hole. What does it matter what I put in it? What's critical to our success, if we want to continue to be successful, is that we respond to that question because people have a lot of potential alternatives to put into that hole, fill that envelope dimension. And we have to be able to respond to tell them what's proper so that it's not just a commodity, it's their potential success in running their business.
What value does a distributor such as Emerson Bearing deliver to its customers beyond bearing selection?
The fact is that, for better or worse, we made a decision 25 years ago that bearings were how we were going to make our living. Many of the people in our industry, other distributors, decided that bearings was a tough way to make a living. So they diversified into many other areas. And good luck to them, whether it be motors, hydraulics, electronics, and so on. What we found by being bearing specialists and understanding what the products require and understanding niche markets, the industry, and we've created industry solutions for 16 major markets. We have to be experts in what we do. First of all, the industry requires it. We have a lot of great competitors, and our ability to find bearings worldwide at various price points has been key to our success. Also, trying to be good listeners. Our customers tell us what they need. We try to respond promptly and accurately and have product on the shelf. We have customers where we ship product out every other day all over the country because they tell us what they need and we respond promptly. And in many cases do what people down the street can't do because bearings are all we do.